my part. You see, since I've been down here at Nashville at Fisk University, I've joined the Nashville student group. We're black and white, men and women, but we all believe in equal rights for everybody. Yeah, we protested this diner, and now we can eat anywhere we want to. We also had a sit-in at the theater. Yeah, but now it's time to do something even bigger. Don't ask me that question again. I told you I have not lost my mind. Jim Crow must go. We should be able to eat anywhere we want to and sit anywhere we want to. We're just as clean as any white folks, but yet we can't sit our behind on any toilets we want to. It's just in my spirit. I have to get on these freedom rides. What does Daddy say? Well, Daddy said that his boss threatened it because he heard that I was going to be on these freedom rides. And he said, if your daughter has anything to do with these freedom rides, you're going to get fired. Daddy said to me, as long as I'm a black man, I'm not going to have any civil rights at all. It's up to you young people to move the Negro race forward. Daddy's my inspiration. He told me to go on and apply, so that's what I'm going to do. What? Mama? Now, Mama, she's another flip of the coin. She don't want me to have nothing to do with this. You see, Mama's scared because she went to prayer meeting and she heard all the ladies talking about their mistresses in the house saying if any of the help had anything to do with this, they were all going to get fired. But Mama knows what's at stake, and she won't hold me back. You see, there's going to be 6 of us in the Grey Hound bus and 6 on the Trailways bus. And we're going down to Jackson, Mississippi. And all we're going to do is try to stop the facilities and see if we can use them. We just want to say that we're human too. See, they're going to have this training on nonviolence. Yeah, Bernard Lafayette and your friend, Lucretia Collins, is going to be doing it. Lucretia told us that the chief of police in Birmingham, Alabama, Bull Connor, is going to be waiting for us when we cross the border. And it ain't going to be no welcoming party. There's going to be dogs. There's going to be bull clubs. There's going to be guns. We don't know what kind of violence there's going to be. Scared? Heck yeah, I'm scared. You'd be scared too. But still, I've got to get on those buses. I've got to be a freedom rider. You know who's coming to the trainings? It's somebody really famous. No, girls, not President Kennedy. He don't care a hill of beans about what's going on down here with us colored folks and man on the bus. No, it's somebody even more famous. It's Dr. Martin Luther King. Yes! Dr. King is coming down. Oh, it's going to be exciting to meet him. You know, John Lewis said something at the nonviolent training. He said, if not us, who? If not now, when? I am the who. I am the now. I will rise and rise. Oh, girl, look at the time. Oh, I gotta go. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
We left Nashville, Tennessee for Birmingham, Alabama, where the police chief, Bull Connor, gave us a welcoming party. From there, we moved on to Montgomery and the bus station. As we neared our destination, we noticed that there were no people walking around and no cars were on the street. It felt kind of eerie as we exited the bus in pairs, holding hands. John Lewis was already outside and talking to the reporters when it seemed that from out of nowhere an angry, violent mob appeared and began attacking the press. They snatched cameras and they pushed the press and beat them. You see, that was their strategy, to take out the press so that there would be no recorded account of their maniacal mayhem. When they had finished with the press, they turned their fury on us. Our leader, Bernard Lafayette, said, Some made it. I did not. Bodies were strewn on the ground, some conscious, some unconscious, some beaten, some being beat. I watched John Lewis hit the ground as a wooden Coca-Cola crate collided with the back of his head. My girlfriend and I, Lucretia Collins, we managed to make it to a nearby taxi cab. And we were joined by two white girls, Sue Herman and Sue Wilbur. And together we tumbled, even stumbled inside the cab. That driver seemed more stunned and terrified than we. Yet he managed to stammer that he could not drive us because it was against the law to drive whites and blacks in the same cab. Enraged and incomprehending, I shouted, "Then get out and I'll drive." He did not. And finally, in order to save me and Lucretia, the white girls decided to exit the cab, and in doing so, they incurred the wrath of the mob like a magnet. An oversized white woman with a bag as big as she began pummeling Sue in the face. At the very same time, a tall, skinny white youth began hitting her in the back of the head. As our cab drove away, I saw a white man drive up, and it appeared as though he was trying to convince our friends to join him in his car. I did not know it then, but that man